that, but
Yeah. Yeah, because we're in the last stretch of Doom 2.
Yep. And,
Unless we're going on to... Yeah?
Huh.
Okay.
Okay, that doesn't seem good.
no.
Yeah, the bottom right has like a colored square thing, and it's mostly been red.
Hmm.
Red. Red. The blood of angry men.
Anyway, this is the start of the stream, I guess.
Ages past. Oh, okay. So... Oh,
Welcome.
you're streaming on YouTube already. We don't actually decide to stream up, so...
Oh, fuck,
Yeah.
Oh, so I didn't even notice you had started. Welcome, everybody, to Doom 2 with Fast Monsters. I'm Mary the Rabbit.
I'm Kitty Cat Herder.
I'm Jinx.
Yeah?
Could someone, look at the stream, listen
Yep.
to the stream on YouTube for a bit? Just wondering
Well,
if it's, like, good.
I mean, it's just showing the... pause menu, so...
Okay, that square is green, very green now, so I guess it just took a minute for things to be alright.
Okay. Let's see.
yeah, the stream seems to be alright. I can hear everyone's voices just fine.
Alright.
No gun show tonight. That's fine.
God. No, have any of y'all ever been to an actual gun show?
I have not. They don't actually
Yeah.
have them in the UK for obvious reasons.
Yeah, for obvious reasons, but I mentioned that just because I suddenly remembered, like, a former friend, like, like his family take me along to, like, go to a gun show, and just, like, just such a wild experience of, like, how many guns are just there, and I was just thinking, like, I'm like, huh, how many, like, checks can they do at a gun show, or, like, I don't know how many like is required by like the state I was like
They
living
do
in
the
and all that
absolute minimum they
minimum.
can.
Yeah, I think someone was selling like there was a table. I don't think it was Barrett 50 caliber, but like it might have been, but or like the knockoff, like the knockoff design of of one of them. I was like, huh. I think it was just like an order form. You weren't like walking away with the rifle, but it's like, oh, you can order it
Yeah.
here. And so like, this is wild. I think I remember getting a pocket knife like for my brother since he liked collecting those. So I was like, oh sure, this is like a few bucks and it's a cool little pocket knife, whatever. But yeah, no, it's a wild experience. And also, unsurprisingly, I think most of the people there were white, and I was very aware of that, being the only like there, like,
Yeah, I could imagine that being like an uncomfortable realization.
yeah.
Oh. But yeah, we have very different gun laws in the UK.
Yeah,
Like, guns are still sold, but like they're a lot more strictly regulated.
Okay,
Oh, right. On this one, I cannot remember the name of the level, but it's
Monster
Monster
Apartment.
Condo.
Oh, condo.
Mr. Kondo.
Actually, I have to look at the thing for a second. Because the first secret closes after 30 seconds.
Yeah. Oh my god. Ah, here we go. Gotcha, Nirvana, Catacombs, Barrels of Fun, The Chasm, Waterfalls, Abandoned Mines, and Monster Condo. Here we are. Map 27, designed by Sandy Peterson. Yeah, this one is like it's map 27 for a reason. It's fairly difficult.
Gosh. Love hearing about. It's 27 for a reason.
Okay, just analyzing this. Okay. Okay. Just so I have a bit more time.
Oh, is this closed 30 seconds after the level starts?
Yep.
Oh man, that is
Obnoxious.
hellish.
Yep.
The first secret can only be accessed for the first 30 seconds of the level, so time is of the essence.
Oh, fuck.
And there's nothing that would give you a hint about it either.
Yep.
So it's like,
Sector effect. 10. 30 seconds after level start, ceiling closes like a door. Yeah.
yeah, God.
Yeah. So you have to run there to be there 30 seconds after the start of the map to stop it closing up.
Ah, crap.
Otherwise, you don't have access to that ammo anymore. And it's like, okay, great, thanks, Sandy Peterson.
Yeah. God. Game
Damn it,
design
I
is
did
my
it
passion.
perfectly before.
Yeah, Sandy Peterson is literally the game design is my passion guy. Like this map looks relatively empty during that 30 seconds, but that changes quickly.
Yeah, it stays open after you even get to it.
Yeah, okay. It's a bit fairer, but it's also like okay.
Yeah, it's like, why did it have to be timed like that? With no hint that it's, timed or anything. That you need, that you should be, on the move. What was that gun?
That was
That
a
was a
rocket
rocket
launch.
launcher.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm
I
fucked.
don't.
Oh man, that
Oh.
is not the position you want to be in.
Well, those are just specters.
Spectres are relatively easy to deal with here, I mean, aside from the invisibility.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
It's the
Oh,
instant
God.
problem. So, Monster Condos, like, initially it looks like a very empty level. The walls are just packed with monsters.
God. Love. like, especially early D&D, like, oh, you're such a devious and, like, genius DM game design of, we just stuffed monsters into the walls. What do you
There's
mean it
no
makes no sense?
possible way they could live there. It's tacked in, like their insulation in the walls.
Spell of turned installation to monsters.
Isn't that what Bowser does in Super Mario 64?
I mean, you know what? You kinda. God.
It's kind of what Magic Koopa does in Super Mario World. It's just
Yeah.
like turn any block that he hits into a Koopa. It's the entire gimmick of Castle Free, which you can't actually navigate without letting him do that.
Ah,
Yeah.
fuck!
God. Love being spammed with hit scan enemies.
Yeah, a condo is like an apartment in an apartment block. These monsters live here, in the walls.
Oh, that's rude.
Yeah, just a wall of shotgunners.
That's a firing squad.
This is not fair. But again, it's map 27. Oh
Oh,
man, that is
that's the
even
firing
ruder.
squad.
We're gonna open
Holy
these and there'll be
shit.
like a plasma gun group behind there, and you'll go, man, that's not even a thing.
I was about to ask if that
Arachnotrons.
does become a thing. Oh, I guess it is with the
Some,
arachnotrons.
what are they called? I want to say source ports, but I'm like going, is that right?
Mods.
Yeah, source mods. Uh,
Quads, right?
yeah,
That's the,
some do actually add like plasma and rocket zombies. I don't think I've ever seen one for BFG enemy, which would be a whole other thing.
God. No, I just now imagine something silly.
Oh, hey George. Didn't notice you in chat there.
Oh, howdy. Howdy, I mean. uh, Giant enemy George. Love the username. Chuckle a lot of the zombie you. But just enter and the guns were everywhere. What if Doom except not fun? Sandy Peterson. Yeah. It. God, it really does have that weird kind of design ethos of like of Doom but not fun, which I guess is kind of echoed in. Like, oddly enough, I keep going back to early D&D, but like, there's a lot of BS in the early D&Ds that were
Yeah.
like, because apparently there's like, there's groups of people who are like big war gamers, like, oh, D&D is so easy. So like, they had like a tournament play of you start with like a high level character, and there's purposely the most BS traps that you had to like
Yeah,
try to
that's
maneuver
where
around.
trope the killer games master comes from.
Gary
Yeah.
Someone
Gygax
who,
was that, pretty
yeah,
much.
Gygax had a very much the player and the GM are not on the same team mentality. Like they should be intentionally antagonistic. But yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
we don't often. I don't think we've ever seen you in chat here before, George. But like, you're always welcome here, you know. It's just,
No.
we often clash with times of the gun show or with tank streams. It's like fair enough.
Yeah. The specters are a bit harder to deal with when they're actually invisible against the shadowy background.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess I was mentioning because my brain's still a bit on that D&D and how I keep going back to it for the Sandy Peterson novels of just, that tournament play was a thing, but then that kind of spread to like normal D&D in some parts. Thankfully, some things didn't completely spread, like all the different kinds of mimics, like rug mimic and uh, what's like tapestry mimic or whatever, or like you see those incredibly rarely, but like but like yeah, here it's like, oh, what if I have the most tedious traps of monsters just living in the the walls? Like, wouldn't this be the funnest? Wouldn't this be so cool for a level design? And it's like, no, this kind of blows Sandy.
Oh
And,
boy!
no. Glad they're fighting each other. And yeah, Giant George. Oh, that's from War Game Bases of D&D/Chainmail. It was all designed as adversarial. But the thing is, like, original edition D&D was still. I know there's like, it's like, oh, you're supposed to, you know. Then again, it didn't really develop role playing all that much. Like, honestly, a lot of other games that came out like after the original D&D did, like, were a bit more focused on like role playing, like Tunnels and Trolls and like uh, Traveler, like games like that. But still, it's weird to think about where of the fact that it was ever adversarial in the first place when it's like you're making collaborative fiction together with your with
Yeah.
your friends? Question mark. Like,
Yeah.
like why would it ever be that adversarial? Of like, oh, what if I?
Okay, that's kind of.
God, yeah. God. No,
Yeah, you're right, George. It took a long time for role-playing culture to actually develop beyond that point. Oh, here's another Baron. No, just a
yeah.
knight.
Okay. But yeah, um, it's just funny to me though, thinking about how like a lot. God, actually, there's a lot to me that's funny about early D&D and how often history. There's a saying, history doesn't repeat, but often rhymes, and it's like
Yeah.
even back then there were people like just play another just play another game. Because people are like, oh, D&D can do literally everything, even like back in like the 70s, and other people like like, no, actually, you're doing so much like home brewing to make it do what you want. Just try to find another game that's closer to like what you're going
Yeah.
for, because there were like other games out there that are trying different things, and it's just kind of funny. Just how even then there are people like it can do literally everything. And also, it's still wild thinking like no, Giant and
Oh,
George, I did a master's thesis on role-playing history psychology, so this is stuff I'm quite knowledgeable about. Oh, tight.
yeah. I mean, George, if you want to join us on stream voice chat, we would be happy to invite you because it's like, like don't feel you have to. It's just like if you're chill, just chatting with us in text, that's fine. But it's like I'm sure you can get in huge arguments with us on stream. Because we just talk about this a lot, and it's mostly just an excuse to rag on Gary Gygax and Sandy Peterson in particular.
God. How do you invite? Oh yeah, invite people.
Oh yeah, we would just be inviting him to the Discord, like so. Here's a Discord link to the Akimbo
Yep.
Dynamite Club, and just giving you a guest streamer role. Again, don't feel you have to. It's just like if you want to, you're always welcome. In the same way that like you could ask any of us to join in your British game show thing. Man, I was watching your like fishing stream yesterday, and I'm like, oh man, I'm kind of hungry for fish and chips right now. But maybe like the fish gutting thing will like make me like more hesitant, like put me off my appetite. It's like, no, this doesn't actually have any effect on me. Let's see, guest streamer.
Oh, like, was that a game or?
Oh,
Oh, just as you said, like fish gutting. I was like, is that like a game thing, or like was George just actually gutting a fish on stream?
oh no, it was a game thing. It
Ah,
was.
okay.
I can't remember what fishing sim it was, but it's like one where you catch the fish and then you have to gut them by running a knife through them, and it's like, huh, okay. It turns out I'm just like so completely like indifferent to blood and gore that this does not lower my appetite.
Are you
Ah.
okay?
I'm not okay. Anyway. Yes, I invited George. He's got. Oh,
Hello.
hey, friend.
Hello.
Hey. Hey, I'm here now. You asked me to.
This is Bad Space
Oh.
King on Twitch. Or
Hello.
what are you called, actually?
On Twitch, I am Bad Space King.
Yeah, I was thinking that was it, and I was like, wait, are you just something else? Yeah?
No, that's what I am on Twitch.
Yeah.
Pretty
one
much
of
everywhere
the-
else, I'm giant enemy. But,
Oh,
well, giant
hey,
enemy George.
Alvaro. Doom 2, brackets, free.
Doom 2 brackets 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't be streaming Doom 3.
Yeah. Yeah. God.
Doom 1 is... I don't think James is interested in doing that at the moment. I don't know. We did skip straight to Doom 2 because it's like the best one.
Kinda did it a while ago.
Oh yeah, you did it as a solo stream, I forgot about that. Yeah, because before we were the Kimbo Dynamite Club, it was just James doing solo stuff.
Yeah.
Neat.
Oh,
Yeah.
that does close.
No,
okay.
I absolutely understand the joy in doing stuff with others as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So James just like plays games whilst me and Kitty just talk nonsense about like, hey, here's this like D&D trivia from the 1980s.
I mean, I
Oh.
also paid attention to the game.
I can't give a lot of like knowledge about that. Like, I mean,
No, you.
I can do
plenty of
academic
knowledge.
knowledge about that period, but
Yeah, and it's
I don't
still
have any
fascinating.
actual experience of
Bunny
that. 'Cause I
boys.
didn't really get into D&D until like actually playing D&D itself, not till like and role-playing games in general.
There's so many revenants. Sunday
till-
no.
Why did you do this?
This isn't Kryptonia yet.
Yeah, I didn't really start doing tabletop role-playing till like the early 2000s.
Yeah,
I
I did tabletop role playing as a kid, but then like just kind of fell off it at some point,
Mm.
and have not actually done any role playing in like a solid 10 years now. Which makes it so funny that I have all of this worthless knowledge about like bad game systems.
there's some bad game systems I can talk
Sure
about
are.
that I've encountered.
God.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'll say that what got me into role playing in the first place, and it was D&D when I started. That got me, which is why I'll never actually fully knock D&D's place in role playing games. as a sort of de facto one that people play and start on. I got into it because, well, okay, so one day I went to Woolworths in 1999, I think.
1999.
And
Woolworths goes a long time, so it'd probably be nice.
and I was going to buy a copy of Red Alert 2.
Yeah, Red Alert 2.
And I did not find it. But I saw this other game when I was there that I'd never heard of. And I didn't even actually look too deeply into what it was, or even really read the box, but I bought it anyway. And that was a game by the name of Baldur's Gate.
Oh. For its time, there was nothing else like it.
Absolutely nothing. It was eye-opening.
Yeah, it's
And then I hit a wall.
hilarious how much it was, because they just didn't expect it to be a success.
And then I hit a big wall, in chapter 2, where I was just getting my ass beat, and then I didn't play it anymore for 3 years. And then I did again. And
Yeah.
suddenly was a lot better. And then I went, wait a minute, this is a system that already exists as a game.
This is a pen and paper system.
Pen and paper system.
You can just play it
And then
around
I
the
look-
table, it rolls
Yeah.
dice.
And I looked into that, and it was 3.0 at the time, D&D. And
Baldur's Gate was
Baldur's
the-
Gate was
the
second.
very tail end of second edition.
Yeah.
Hence Baldur's Gate 2 having some elements of third edition,
Yeah, there were some things.
like epic level stuff and everything.
Epic level stuff. I don't think monks were in second.
Yeah, well, there were monks in second, they just did not work at all. They they were kind of clunky, and they had a lot of weird percentage-based skills. And third edition cleaned them up and made them one of the main classes you could pick in the default player's handbook. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of my experience with D&D was second edition, DM'd by my dad. He had weird ideas about what a campaign should look like.
I think that's literally the one system I haven't played in pen and paper. I've done all the other editions, but not
Yeah.
that one.
Including original.
Ask questions if you want.
I've done a bit of first. I tried to run first once, but I was very confused reading the book.
It is not a well-edited book.
It really isn't. By the way, I had the reissues that were 10 years ago or so. And they hadn't changed any of how it was laid out.
Yeah.
So it was still
horrendous.
incredibly
So
confusing.
it's still rules text, sometimes in flavor text in completely the wrong section.
I was desperately trying to work out how saves worked.
Yeah.
in first
I
edition.
mean,
I had no
spoiler for
idea.
you, they don't.
I just had no idea how they worked at all.
Oh, that's save
What
versus
did I
what?
look at?
Like,
What
Why
numbers
is it a wand?
affects anything?
Hmm.
God.
I just...
And
Oh boy.
No,
oh God.
in
Fringe
elementals.
elementals.
Oh no, there's 4 of them. It's who puts 4 pin elementals in a room?
Sandy.
Whoa,
That's
Sandy.
Sandy. Yeah, Upper Arrow says, "Oh boy, another tech-based level in hell. Weird how UAC has facilities even in hell." And it is, yeah, literally Sandy Peterson just made a bunch of tech-based levels, and then this one was way too hardcore, so they went, let's make it level 27.
Wow,
I
look
mean-
at this!
UAC was doing teleporter experiments. That's what caused
Yeah.
everything.
It has enough hell elements and
And maybe they made,
sure. But the
Maybe
UAC
they made a
doors
sort
are
of
very
beachhead
funny.
in hell. and just built it. But you know, I'm trying to explain the bad design. It's
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I guess real quick, George, have you ever played original D&D, which is the first
like
edition?
not AD&D.
Yeah,
the one
original,
before.
not first edition.
I have
original.
played original.
God. No,
I played it at Gen Con 2009. They were running an event called the Tower of Gygax. And it was,
God.
you bought tickets to, and each ticket was a character sheet. And if your character was dead, they were dead, and you had to go to the next character sheet. And they provided them all to you, and it was, of course, the sort of absolute bullshit nonsense crap that, like, Gygax was known for. And it was done in D&D, as in original. Which they also provided a handy help sheet so that you actually knew what were you doing.
Nice.
And I ended up having to do it at 2 in the morning,
Ah, crap.
which didn't help with trying to understand.
So this is a
Oh,
broken
no.
secret.
Okay.
No.
The teleporter counts as a secret, but it's in...
But you can't step on it without teleporting, so you need an enemy to knock you into it.
Yep.
It's like, great, thanks for making your well-designed level, Sandy, that is easily possible to 100% without glitching the game and having already like decompiled the map to know about the secret. It's only accessible 30 seconds into playing the level and at no other time.
You guys
Or
gotta
rather,
think
in the
about when
first
Doom
person.
2 came out.
Yeah.
Like, if you
Oh,
couldn't go to GameFAQs. This was not the time. There was nothing.
I didn't
You
even
had-
hear the arch file activating.
There was nothing. There's no way you could find this stuff out. Except like checking on bulletin boards if somebody else has found it.
Also,
And how would they have found it?
also, there's no secret alert sound. There's no "you found a secret" message. back
Yeah,
in
that
the-
was added in later versions of it, so you didn't even get that. Oh,
And you wouldn't have even known if you had found it.
until you get to the end of the level.
Yeah. And then you wouldn't know what it was that you found.
Then
Oh,
you would
this
go,
is the...
huh, why am I still missing a secret?
This is the... Yeah, that's Barry. And that's the door that can be opened by Barry. And
Oh, yeah.
exit the level.
Yeah. Because the speedruns, oh no, wait, it's the pacifist run strat for this level is you don't need the red key because this arch file can open every door in the level.
Huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
thankfully we dealt with that. But yeah,
next?
speedrun strat is to just get the archvile to open the door.
Nice. But, God. I forgot what we were talking about before we got derailed by game design. Look, teleport, like the secret that can't function because of the teleporter.
Yeah, we were talking about like D&D first edition just having, yeah, here's like a floor mimic that pretends to be the floor of a room. Here's a wall mimic that pretends to be the wall of a room. Here's a door mimic. Here's a deadly insect that lurks inside the locks on doors. And if your thief like tries to listen at the door to see what's in, to try and tell what's in the next room, the insect crawls out into your ear and kills him instantly. And it's like, okay,
Right.
what's the
Oh, yeah, we were talking
psychological
about saving
niche of
throws.
these animals?
Cool,
It's
is there like any foreshadowing to any of this?
there's not.
Of course not.
It's just your DM folding his arms, smuggling, going, well, you should have put a glass over your ear when you leaned in to listen. the bugs couldn't cry, and it's like, what?
God.
Yeah. Ugh. Awful. Dreadful.
Yeah.
So that, like...
And then it'll never happen again, and it's like, oh,
So that video...
okay, now you're just going through the motions for no reason.
That video series on, making a fire in every version of D&D was had... Like, the second video was pretty interesting in how it talks about thieves.
Fiends?
Thieves.
Oh, thieves. Yeah, didn't they have, like, for some reason, skills that have, like, you rolled a D100 for?
Yeah, all of
yeah,
them had
yeah.
percentage-based skills until 2nd edition, yeah.
Why?
They were the only class with, well, they were one of the few classes with those type of skills. That's
They
why
still
they
have
were
that in second?
folded into the skill. Yeah, they did. It's in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, it's in Baldur's Gate.
You literally like have to build your thieves with that in mind. There's like all of the percentages there. That was just in a pen and paper game.
So
They also
bizarre.
had stuff like read languages and like all these other things like climbing walls that also worked off a D100. Third
What?
edition standardized that into just the skills system. Every class got some skills. Thieves just got more,
It's funny
and you would just put
'cause-
points into it.
It's funny because in that video series, the guy says that, like, thieves are kind of optimized for the dungeon. They have what every class should have when going through a dungeon.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That, you know, even in 5th edition, that's what it feels like. Like, then again, they don't have as many skills as they used to have in like 3rd edition, because like in 3rd edition, like you had skill points, which were kind of a weird thing, but you know, in theory, you can like customize what exactly your character is skilled in, and even character creation potential. If you have enough skill points, like, oh no, I'm gonna invest in some skill that's totally off the path for like a fighter or whatever my character is. But for most characters, it's like you start with like at the absolute minimum of like 4 skill points, but you only have so many skills that are like class skills that for every 1 point you put in, you get a full +1 to that skill. For skills outside of your class, you'd only get like half a point, but
Yeah,
it
you
wouldn't
get
round up or
0.5.
anything. So it's like you'd have to spend 2 skill points just to get a +1 in something, right? But like
Yeah.
thieves, they would get like 20 or 40. It's not hard for them to get like 20 or 40 or I forgot what exactly it was, but it's like like your fighter with like a plus like 1 in like intelligence or whatever may have like
They'd be able to have like
yeah
3 skills.
yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's like it's your skill points times 4.
It's your
I
skill
think.
points.
At-
At first
at
level, it
at
was
first
times
level.
4,
Yeah,
and
so,
you
like-
had an amount based on your class as well.
Your class, and you got a bonus from your intelligence modifier.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, for like fighters, you like, okay, I can set 4 skills to have like, 4 like, up to like, 4 skill
Max,
points in each
like,
skill in max.
Yeah.
But like thieves can get like 20 or like 40. Yeah, I think we would be like at the start like more around like 40 skill points or something.
Oh yeah,
Like
that's
ridiculous.
doable.
So it's like that's not even hard or like really trying to optimize or whatever for skills. So you just get like tons of skills, and it really does. feel weird.
Rogues became automatically the skills people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bards as well. Like, but then again,
Yeah, they've
bards.
got a little
Yeah,
less, but
bards are
hey, they
kind
got
of-
spells and things.
Yeah.
They also got the lore. Like you would have really high lore abilities. Even
Yeah, you could just
art
do
skill.
lore things and go, right, I
Yeah.
know about this, even though I shouldn't, because I'm a bard and I travel around all the time and I've learned things.
Which is
okay,
honestly
sure.
cool. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
no, it's
cool
pretty,
with
it's
that.
pretty cool. I'm not
Fits,
ridiculing
like,
it. I think it's pretty
thematically.
good.
Yeah, It's also weird that it's like I know in it there's weird D&D isms like the fact that I know in third edition, like a fighter, like if you want, okay, I played a lot of fifth editions. I'm trying to remember the skills. Oh yeah, spot and listen were kind of what
Separate.
you had instead of like perception in think fourth and fifth edition was the name of
Yeah,
the skill. They just kind of
they
combined it.
compressed a lot of the skills down in fourth and fifth, which needed to happen.
Oh,
It needed to
absolutely.
happen, yeah.
Oh god,
Oh,
we have entered the
so
Demaku
many of them.
section. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
But
So bad.
I was gonna say, like in third edition, like you think a fighter, right, would have a skill for like spotting or listening for danger, right? Because
you'd think
situational
so.
awareness, but no, absolutely not. Like, oh, you want to actually be able to pay attention to your environment with their dam? No, that's gonna
Yep,
cost
yep.
you extra skill points. Like, good luck.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Just saw what was
fighting
happening
each other.
on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why
Dread.
we play fast.
Wretched.
God.
Yeah.
This room is a total copy paste.
Yep.
Like there's even the same encounter.
Oh.
Yeah, you just have to do it twice, and that's the, like, trap of the room.
Goodness.
Huh. Arch files didn't activate.
Revenants.
Or Revenants.
Yeah.
That's when you hit the...
If they're not there, that's great.
No, it's not. I have to kill all
Oh, wait.
monsters.
Oh yeah, you do have to get.
Yep. She's
Well, if you
going
can
for
trigger them
100%
afterwards,
kills.
that would still be good.
Yeah, I mean, it would
But
be
if you can't,
easier
then-
to trigger them
yeah.
at the same time as the Mancubi and have them fight it out, but, like,
It kind of happened earlier.
yeah.
Hmm.
And then
Just
it's
haven't
like,
shown.
bugged out and they haven't shown up. There's no way to actually leave this room now.
Too bad it doesn't go after class rules. If if the revenants don't show up after 10 minutes, we're free to leave.
Oh, Revenant is leaving his skull on the table, so you know he's gonna show up.
Oh no.
Does that count as showing up?
Hmm. Can its skull still talk?
The
Screaming skull is your only companion.
yeah, it can scream.
Alright then, I guess that does count as showing up.
What makes the Revenant panel open?
Yeah, I forgot what happened the first time it opened. I
picking
remember
up
you being on the
switches?
floor. Or on the floor of the room. Oh, no? What happened? Do you hit the panel, the switch again, or whatever?
Hold on, let me see if the
'Cause-
secret thing says anything.
Yeah. Honestly, like, George, sometimes we just like go off on tangents about absolutely nothing for like. Sometimes we talk about like
Okay.
sometimes I just rant about Harry Potter for 4 hours and nobody else has any idea what I'm talking about because I'm the only one who read the books.
I listened to Shriek
I
Shack.
read them.
Yeah,
I
I read
also
them as a
read the
kid, and
books,
I
but-
actually have to admit I liked them as a kid. But I'm like, oh well, now I hate.
Now we know
Now
better.
that I know that the author wants me dead,
And also the
Now- now we know.
and now that I have like more critical
that it's
thinking
actually
skills,
terrible.
Yes, shoot that pentagram to open the door. Yeah,
I mean,
it's like, yeah. Sometimes I'll just like offhandedly say stuff about the books, then like one of them will go, "Wait, what?" Because there's so much weird stuff going on in those books that you just don't think about. Like, people don't mention it, and then I'm like, what can I even say about, like, I've gone off about house elves multiple times and just, like, completely different tangents.
Yeah, the house elves are fucked up, and the fact that
Yeah.
since I only watched the movies, it's like really
Movies
eye-opening that
downplayed them because it's like clear
yeah.
someone went, oh man, we can't
Oh, no.
actually put this in a movie.
I mean, yeah, that was a good call because it shouldn't even be, shouldn't have been in the books. That it's like, oh, the wizards just have slaves, and
It's okay, because the slaves
okay.
like being slaves. It's like, okay,
And-
we're not going to put that line in the movie.
Maybe
Yeah.
we shouldn't do that at all.
Yeah,
And maybe we shouldn't like talk about how like let's talk about anything to do with the goblins. let's not do that. Oh no!
God,
Oh no!
the Fable game they're making, the Fable-like anyway.
Oh,
Oh wait, you're talking about that Harry Potter game?
Return to
Mm.
Is it Fable
Hogwarts.
like?
I
I know
don't know
it's
if it was like Fable, but it's like, yeah, okay.
God, that's so dumb.
I'm just at the point where, like, don't buy the game. Don't even bother
no,
pirating it.
Do not have it in any way.
Don't
Like,
even
if
search
you
for it
absolutely
on
want
YouTube
to
or
have
whatever.
it, don't even stream it.
Yeah, just don't.
I
give
don't
it any
want to know
coverage.
you're playing it.
Same. Like everything about it sounds like absolutely awful. It's like, oh, there's a goblin uprising because they hate how they're being treated. We can't, let
We can't have
happen.
that.
And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, and apparently you can have like the house elves like heads on like mounted on your wall or
Yeah.
whatever. And it's like,
It's a real
why?
thing from canon.
What?
That's what
What?
that's what Sirius Black's family did, but they're like meant to be the evil, like Slytherin family, and then they're like, oh, what if we put this in the game and you could just do this? I guess. Doom guy learns to graze. Yeah.
God, good for it.
Oh god.
Doom guy in
Doom guy in
Oh.
Gensokyo.
yeah. I love enemy infighting. Shout out to enemies infighting. in
Yeah,
Doom games.
enemy infighting is like such a great thing, and I'm glad that Doom like pioneered this level of it.
Oh, the fucking chain gunners killed the Mancubus.
Hell yeah.
Of course they did. Chain gunners are hardcore.
Yeah, they are the kind of people who would not only buy multiple copies and send it to their friends, but also stream that Harry Potter game.
Oh,
Chain
no.
gunner VTuber just has like reputation of playing like games that people say, hey, you shouldn't support these
Didn't play
publishers.
these. Ever.
Hmm.
God.
God,
Sandy
Just thinking
Peterson
about
is here
horrible
for you.
things
You have a
in-
question. Do you love chain gunners? Oh, go for it, George.
I'm just thinking of horrible things in Harry Potter now. You've got me going.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Like the fact that there's
Wait.
like
Other
Like
arrow.
chain
No wonder the
gunners
chain
are in
gunners
hell.
like the fact
Yeah.
like the fact that there's an Irish character called Seamus Finnegan who has an affinity for explosives.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
He's a pyromaniac.
Oh. Huh. What?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember that character is in the movie or not, but it sounds
They
like
He
are.
is in the movie.
They are in the
I-
movie.
yeah, it sounds like something
is
as a child
absolutely
I
in the
would have no
movie.
context for at all. So it wouldn't. It
You
wouldn't
wouldn't
register to
know
me.
because I don't think he's addressed by name until the very last movie.
God. Oh my God! I remember
meant
that kid
to-
now. He was like
Yeah.
the kid character, right? Who like grew up, along the rest of the cast, who like
Yeah.
kept like having explosive spells or whatever, mishaps or whatever. Also, this is a
Yeah.
very good pro strat. Just be invincible. Just don't die.
Just be
Refuse death.
invincible, I say. Ah.
Hell yeah.
Right, now we've got Blue Key from the real version of this room.
Well, that's all the secrets
Sandy
I
was
can get.
so proud of this room that he put it in the game twice on the same level.
Lovely.
I mean, I would love to have the confidence of Sandy Peters. I would adore being able to just present some absolute dog shit and go, "This is great. Have more."
The confidence of a white person is pretty something.
Yeah, to be fair, like, we rag on him a lot. He made some very good levels, but every time he does a bad level, we go, this is bad in the same way.
Mm,
Yeah.
Like, he made Azure Agony. So, fun fact, Barons and Hell Knights can't hurt each other with their projectiles, but not, like, they're not the same species of monster, that's just hard-coded as a thing.
Huh.
They can absolutely tear each other apart in melee, but by default, they won't ever engage in infighting. The only way to get them to do that is to get them to hit a barrel next to another one. Then they will just, like, throw projectiles meaninglessly at each other for a bit until they get close enough for one of them to kill the other with their bare hands.
What we saw last time.
Love that, by the way. But yeah. And also,
Go ahead.
oh, I remember looking up on the Doom Wiki, and they really let Peterson design like 80% of this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're just skipping the, like,
Secret.
glitch teleporter. It's possible, but it's annoying to get, and it's just like, eh. The Spirit World. This is a real hell level, if I recall. Like, not in, like, oh, it's too difficult. And, the design is aesthetic. If anything, it's easier than Monster Gun, though.
Nice. Oh, and there, like, to be fair, yeah, he designed some great levels too, but there are some stinkers backloaded. Yeah. God.
Normalize being a real stinker.
I wonder if there was like an issue like when they had like I don't know the state of games testing back then. Like,
Yeah.
did they have people testing it who weren't members of the development team?
There's the playtesters for Doom are listed in the credits, but I can't remember how many of them are actually on the dev team.
Because like if they had like a very sort of insular testing team, they're all people who would be like really good at the game anyway.
Yeah.
So then they test it, go through it, and go, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, Sunday, this is fine.
This is fine. But then
As long
like
as nobody plays in Fast Monsters, it'll be fine.
I don't think they were accounting for that somehow.
Yeah, like that's a game modifier. It's not like it's not a thing they would consider to be like the base game. There are some levels that people still haven't beaten on Nightmare.
No.
I think all of the Doom 2 levels are Nightmare at least.
Honestly, a couple of the Doom 1 ones don't actually have their record. Or at least not. What's the category? There's one category that isn't completely filled. I can't remember.
It's probably the secrets in that one level.
Yeah, probably.
This kind of looks like a level in Heretic.
Yeah, hence saying it very much fits the hell aesthetic they're going for without being like, oh, there's just fire and brimstone everywhere.
I should do Heretic.
So, yeah, this music is based on the song, what was it? It's I Am Evil by, what was the band called? Diamond Head.
It was that was Diamond Head, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember if King Diamond was the guy from Diamond Head. Because, like, that feels like it makes sense, but I don't know. If thankfully I've forgotten like half the worthless metal trivia my brother would not shut up about when I was younger.
Hmm.
Like, there's still occasionally, sometimes I'll just say, oh yeah, did you know this thing about this band that you've never heard of? And people go, no, what? Who would know that?
Have you heard of this thing that you've never heard of?
Yeah.
Well, okay then.
Time to go in the blood.
God.
Oh, it's that here.
Remove the arachnotrons. There's too many arachnotrons. But like, compare this to monster combos, night and day.
Haha, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Pain elementals where they belong.
Pain elemental.
I just did a check, and Diamond Head and King Diamond are completely unrelated.
Huh.
It's not a permeable fence. Except by my bullets.
Nice.
I mean, you could just. Oh, wait, yeah, you need to get 100% kills.
Yeah, they have to die.
I was gonna say, you could just leave the Lost Soul in there to make later fights easier, but nah, you're gonna have to kill him anyway.
Yeah, oh, fuck.
Oh boy. I've been owned.
Been pwned by the pyrokinesis.
Many pyros were there that day.
God. No, shout out to Pyro for having such a very unique vibe that's genuinely very enjoyable to, you know, for streams and stuff, but also it is like such a it's an incredibly specific niche that's hard to put down. Like, I can't really think of anyone else with similar vibes. Like,
Yeah.
oh. Which now, just thinking about Pyro made me think, I shouldn't. I thought I keep happening sometimes, but I keep forgetting to actually do, which is I should read more political theories sometime, or like at least
Yeah,
like
it's-
read the Communist Manifesto.
Pyro
fully.
is like, we joke about him like not always being the smartest guy, but like in a political sense, he knows a lot more about what's going on than any of us.
True.
It's just really funny that like it feels like he's the one of us who's got the most stuff together, but he's also like he kind of lacks some really hilariously basic knowledge, which makes it so much funnier.
No, not to detract from Pyro talk. I'm loving how grotesque these meat walls are,
Yeah,
and the fact that like even these like beige or kind of
yeah,
like
the
light gray walls
intestine
are like skin,
floors, the
like
the
leather.
rib cages.
Yeah, these are quite nice textures.
Yeah, the
I like it.
buttons are like Cacodemon eyes, but like slightly recolored, so that like you don't notice that.
Nice. Love the
Oh
animation for
yeah,
that
the
pillar.
invisible wall with the chain gunners in it. This is. Yeah, there's a reason these chain gunners are in hell. Tentacles.
Love the moving textures for all this.
Yeah, it's the moving like rib cage and spine and everything is
Yeah, like it sort of sells the sort of living architecture feel.
yeah.
Like it wouldn't if it was static.
Yeah.
Then it would just be this wall is made out of spines.
Yeah.
But
And they really do use the moving textures to some good effect here.
This is a pretty decent sandy level.
Yeah, like again, compare this to Monster Condo, same creator, but this fits the vibe of the part of the game that's in, and also like feels a lot more fairer, despite also being like pretty tough. Like it
Tough
isn't
question.
just wall opens up, there's 20 chain gunners.
Quick question. Like, did like I'm guessing someone else did like was responsible for like art or like help with art, or, you know, like how much did Sandy Peterson do for like designing the art and textures for these levels or whatnot?
Yeah, they
It's
had
like
a whole art team. I don't know if he was part
There
of
was
it.
like 2 people on the art team.
oh
I don't
wow,
think he was on. I don't think he was either of them.
Yeah, they
yeah,
just handled all the textures and stuff.
which that's impressive. And on yeah, other arrow in chat, I'm honestly digging this level's vibe, and yeah, it's a good vibe. Like the art team did a lot of work for this. 'Cause, like I don't think we've seen these textures anywhere else.
I think it's Adrian Carmack who did the art. Yep.
Yeah, that sounds.
That sounds right.
Correct.
They were definitely one of them. Pretty sure
Yeah.
there was more than one.
Oh yeah, he was definitely on art at some point. He built some of the clay models that he like based the demons on. He built Baron of Hell, the Doom Guy, and Cyber Demon, like the first few of them.
Nice.
Where there was an artist, he was a major.
Taking a lot.
This is so much.
Yeah, there's a
fun to
lot of
do.
spider demons here, like there's Arachnotrons and Spider Mastermind, like it's just
At least they give you those to work
yeah,
with.
they give you invulnerability, they give you like all sorts of resources to deal with them, and it feels like more fun than obnoxious. Yeah, the screaming face textures.
The walls holes.
Yeah. Huh.
Cool, they're there.
Apparently, Adrian is not related to John Carmack, and it's like, okay.
It's just a different Carmack on the exact same, rather small development team.
Yeah.
Huh.
This is a coincidence. You press one.
Mm.
I'm just gonna look this up. I'm gonna look up the credits for Doom 2. See.
That's odd.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, there it
yeah.
goes. Oh, there it goes. Oh boy.
Oh,
Got it.
God.
Comes to mind, I'm not actually watching the side stream. I probably should be.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been watching the stream itself with no sound during all of it.
yeah, and then you're getting like a slight delay, and it can be really off-putting.
Yeah,
when
so I
you-
can't actually. I
someone
couldn't
says
actually react on time.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Listen, don't worry, George. You just need to react to things that are gonna happen 10 seconds in the future. It's
Oh,
a
good.
skill you pick up.
It is, unfortunately, but
You
not
just
one I
go, oh
possess.
no! And then 10 seconds later, something horrible happens. Yeah.
I can't believe 10 seconds from now we somehow, by playing Doom, we immanentize. I keep forgetting.
Immanentize the eschaton.
Thank you, Mary. Sorry for making you pronounce that so many times.
It's not
but
hard.
it's just such a weird word, and I'm like terrible with
Well,
like.
yeah, I don't
I mean,
think it's ever going to come up in conversation with anyone but me.
true. But yeah, and also to be
Like,
fair,
you're
I'm
not running the
technically
same
English
circles I do.
second language. Like yes,
Yeah.
due to even though like English is the only language I really know, but I grew up in a household with no native English speakers,
Yeah.
which is funny because especially like as a young girl, like I'd kind of speak like a Valley kid just because a lot of the TV I'd watch would be either
Yeah,
set
you
in
just
California or
speak
have
like
California
whatever
actors.
you're exposed to. Like,
Yeah,
ah,
you take on the accents of things that.
Oh, yeah. Which
yeah.
I guess speaking of which, something I just now remembered is that there's a lot of young children that are sort of speaking with like an Australian accent just because of the children's show Bluey, which is made in Australia, and had Australian voice actors, which is like also kind of funny to think about.
They can't get down. Hee.
Yeah.
Oh, did that Spectre just take down whatever the hell that was? I couldn't see it.
Yes.
It was hungry for blood. And now something's blowing them up. Huh? No! Throwing it. Alright. God. Oh, nice! Look at. Oh, I was gonna say, look at your health. You had 69.
It's not. It's no.
It's
Yeah.
no longer nice.
It's no longer nice.
Then I think a homing shot actually took off 20% of your health right there. Damn. You hate to see it.
Yeah, bringing up Pyro actually reminds me. I need to actually like talk to the like UK gun show members to like, so I can say, hey, seriously, I will come to your house. I will cook you a nice meal. I am literally that starved for social contact.
Oh no. No.
It's like people keep saying, "Oh, your food looks so nice." I'm like, "Let me cook for you. I will take over your kitchen." Yeah.
Huh? Someone in chat
Chat.
just said Jeffy.
Oh, someone with a
shit.
name. It's probably a spam bot.
Probably is a spam bot. Just
Say
confused.
something to convince us you're not a spam bot. Literally just anything.
Yeah, it's just weird because it's like usually they just have like a weird, almost fake link, like 3 letters dot 3 other letters or whatever.
Yeah.
They've been.
Thing is,
They've been getting better about that.
well, no,
To be
they've been
honest.
getting worse.
I mean,
because-
well, I mean, more
worse for us.
more competently made
Yeah,
about that. I wouldn't say they're
I
good.
think I think advertising has just ruined the internet at this point. And you're going to say, oh well, these are scammers who just want your money. I'm like, no, this is just advertising. Like, capitalism did this.
Yeah, because
What's the
You-
difference between that and scammers?
Yep.
yeah.
What's the difference
Very
between that
little.
and the Amazon doorbell that spies on all of your neighbors?
Ugh,
Yeah.
hate that. But yeah, no, just I hate the fact that there's so many spammers that then try to go for automated like ads and then a whole weird feedback loop of just things being made, things making money from ads from a spammer, like a weird feedback loop of the two.
Yeah, this is
God.
the thing where, like, if we had universal basic income, for example, you'd probably see a lot less online scammers, because it'd be, wow, what's the point of this now?
Yeah. Also, God, I hate the fact. I wish phones were better.
Oh
to use,
yeah, my
because
phone
this
is like,
good.
I don't answer it half the time, and it turns out when it's not a scam, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm calling in regards to the minor road accident you were in. And I just hang up, and it's like once a week or something. To the point that when the power company called me and said, "Hello, we need to access your house and install a smart meter. Now, give us all of your security question answers." And I'm like, this is the most suspicious call I've gotten all week.
Yeah. God, no.
And like I had to say, hey, no, you prove who you are first.
Yeah.
You're the one calling me.
Yeah. God. And, like, I know sometimes when I do that, like the person on the other end tends to get like, feel like really put off from that. But it's like, come on, you know how it is of just having a cell phone number. And God, I think the most annoying of the spam calls is like if you answer like a call like, huh, what's this? Like make the foolish mistake of picking up like the number that you weren't expecting, and then it's like there's just silence on the other end, and like, God damn it, this
Then
is an
10
automated
seconds
call
later,
to see.
hello.
God,
Yeah, I've
yeah.
worked at a call center. I know how obnoxious that feels.
Oh no, I mean like there's automated calls that just
Yeah,
try to like listen in to like if there's any sign that the number they called actually belongs to a person.
yeah, then they
Then
add it to the
yeah,
list and they sell that list
Add it to the
on.
list. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
My favorite is the scams asking about my vehicles. I don't own a car. One time we got a live person and not a bot, and they immediately hung up.
Yeah.
I got like a letter from a bank that I've never talked to before in my life. And they're like, we'd like to offer you blah 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 blah. I'm like, how do you know who I am and where I live? I've never told you. I've never talked to you. I have no business with you. And I actually pursued that quite far. To be like, get rid of your information on me.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to say that.
You are legally allowed to say that.
And I did.
And if they're a legitimate company, they will, except half them aren't. So just...
Oh yeah, they did eventually, but I was like, and then it was also kind of like, how did you get this in the first place? And it's just banks selling information between each other. That's it.
One of the things I was taught to say at the call center I worked at was, if anyone asked, how did you get this number? Well, actually, we didn't get this number from a list. You see, we use random digit dialing to dial phone numbers in your area at random to allow for fair samples. And like, I have most of that spiel memorized, and I don't think I ever got to the end of it before someone just tuttied in disgust and hung up on me. It's
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
yeah, I
yeah.
understand. That job was like harrowing.
God.
Although there
It's
was
like,
one
no one
incredibly.
should ever have to work there.
Yeah, no.
I like it as hell floor just doesn't burn you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
It's
it
like,
would be
okay,
hurt
sure.
more.
It looks like
but-
it should, then it's like, you know what, that's half the level. You can have
While
this
we're,
one for free.
while we're talking about
Right.
employers that we hate,
It's stories, George. I
don't-
have stories.
don't
Go
work
for
for
it.
WH Smith.
Oh man.
Don't. And never buy anything from them.
No,
Just don't.
no.
I don't care if they're the only place in the train station that will give you a bottle of water. Don't.
No.
Don't do it.
Time to go in the hole. 100%, and that was less of an ordeal than Monster Condo.
Yeah, it literally.
The
It's just
living
good.
end. The last non-boss level of the game.
Yeah, it was
wow.
designed by John.
Yeah. It's a John Romero level.
No, there's not a official secrets, but there is one unofficial.
Yeah, John Romero is just like, you know what? Here's a straightforward level. Well, as straightforward as they get.
Hmm.
On level 29 of 30.
And yeah, that spiel sure is a mess, but also yeah, the Living End is a great name, especially for a parentheses pen ultimate level. Oh, fireballs straight to the
Yeah.
face.
They're not fireballs, those are rockets.
Oh, those are rockets. Okay,
Those
my
are
bad.
Revenant rockets.
I forget that they're rockets just because they look like fireballs.
Yeah, because you're usually seeing them head on, so it's like, yeah.
No, too bad. Okay, then again, it wouldn't really do much. But I'll say, too bad you don't have a kick button in Doom. But I don't think that would actually do much for you.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to do this, James.
This is actually making me regret not having the dynamite from Blood.
Yep.
Yeah, because then you can just drop it down there. Switch to a rocket launcher.
Oh yeah, doesn't it
It's not
have
enough
like an
room
infinite
for rockets. Infinite
column?
height.
Yeah, infinite height.
Yeah.
Like,
But yeah, George hasn't been on stream for me talking about like the one place where it did the like Myers-Briggs thing I've ranted about
God.
before. I think you were in Gun Show chat when I was talking about that. With
I
Pyro,
was, yes, I
and
remember.
it's like every word of that was true.
I've had some also encounters with that particular crock of crap.
Yeah, I don't know if you're in the
I did
same
I
it's
did
like,
a
yeah.
year's business course for a while,
Yeah.
and that came off a fair old whack, and was promoted as a thing that is definitely true. And
Yeah, it turns out the Myers-Briggs test was like made by eugenicists for some reason.
eugenicists wanting to categorize people,
Yeah.
shock.
Which makes the like weird thing of the manager trying to ship people together based on their like Myers-Briggs results even creepier. Like it was
That
already
makes
a
it-
that's weird thing. Yeah. Oh, you would
Although-
make a good couple, and I'm like, please don't talk to me about this.
God. Horrifying. I guess we're... you know, a slight change of topic.
Yeah,
Reading
go for
from
it.
chat, other Sandy
let's
Peterson
get away from eugenics
John
for a
Romero.
moment.
Sandy Peterson and John Romero missed their calling. They would have loved designing Demaku, and like honestly, it really does feel like that in sometimes in these levels. Like, can you imagine 90s American like Demaku that's like Doom inspired?
What if the Kako Demon was a cute girl? It still does the hiss noise.
God.
I mean, that's H-Doom.
Cacodemon's cute already, you don't need to do anything like that.
Yep. Still love the fact that there's plushies of the Cacodemon.
Of course, they're so huggable, look at them.
Okay.
Or friend. Oh wow, so many. Okay, then again, it's not. There's only one chain gunner, so that's fine. Oh, okay.
There we
I was
go.
wrong.
There's the rest
like
of them.
4. Or maybe there's 3. Look, with chain gunners, there's not much of a difference. It feels like once you start getting more than one, you're in trouble. Also, yeah, their Cocodemon is cute, and we don't know they aren't a girl. Unless, like, Doom Eternal has, like, a
Doom Eternal doesn't
paragraph
count.
entry about that. I doubt it. I bet
Don't think
there's...
so.
Which, God, no, Doom... No, it... Still thinking back to Doom Eternal, it has a lot of really cool things in there. Also, I do love some of the data entries, but then some of them are like, here's like 12 paragraphs, and it's like, why? Why this 12 paragraphs? If there's this much information about them, why not show it off in the game or something?
Actually, something Doom 2016 was actually really good at. It was
Yeah,
just going,
especially-
here's stuff, and it shows you the stuff, and that's how you learn the stuff.
And if you want a little bit more background information, here, there's the data entry about it. If you really care, which it felt like to keep track of some of the plot stuff. It felt like, oh, you should probably be reading these 14 paragraph data entries about weird pseudo angel people and their like courts or whatever. Because of course they have a whole court system
Oh, yeah.
that is
Court
tied to the plot.
system. Brain immediately conjuring like Ace Attorney spin.
Doom Ace Attorney spin-off. Something, someone obviously has probably already made.
Probably.
I can't see that not already existing.
Probably some wad out there.
Thinking more of a Twine game.
You know what? It's Doom wads. There is.
Yeah, it's...
Don't say is there. Say there is.
There.
Yeah, I've seen like Doom idle game, like a cookie clicker kind of thing, like this built-in engine, and you just like set up automated rocket launchers and stuff to kill waves of monsters, and it's just like you're doing this all from the safety of a room that has like a armchair and like a fridge full of beer and stuff, and it's just like meant to be casual and relaxing. This is a one-level joke wad though.
Oh, that's fun.
It's also the Revenant problem, which is like the trolley problem, but like you're deciding where a Revenant goes by pressing a switch. It's funny.
Yeah, God, the trolley problem. No, other than that, I think the only other like reason why I've enjoyed the trolley problem being introduced in a video game was Prey 2017, when you're like given a whole like short questionnaire like early in the game about like some moral choices, and one you can like is go. What if you have to push a fat guy on the train tracks? Which I always hated that one for so many reasons. But then it's like later on, it's a completely unrelated question. But like the C answer is just I pushed the fat man on the train tracks. And like I just click that one every time because it's like, yeah, sure, I'll do the stupid one. The incredibly irrelevant one to like whatever the question is. And I love that they knew, like, yeah, like a part of me is like, you know what, they knew that one's dumb, but they're like, yeah, sure, we'll just put this answer as like the C option in like another question, just because.
Yeah. It's like the Fallout New Vegas mod that only adds the option 2 bears high-fiving to the like ink blot test, because everyone was going, no, that's 2 bears high-fiving.
And then they referenced that in Honest Heart.
Yeah. In the DLC, they have like one of the like native tribesmen is called 2 bears high-fiving because they're like just descended from people who were living in New Vegas before. No, not New Vegas. Whatever the place would be.
Zion,
Before the
Utah.
Utah. Okay, sure.
Yep.
I don't know
On this
all
heart takes
American
place in
states.
Utah, and to be fair,
Sure.
there's a lot of U.S. states. There's 50 of them, which isn't the worst for like learning about geography growing up. But I
Yeah,
remember
it's just
being a kid.
Americans expect me to know all of them, and I'm like, I do not.
I
Oh yeah,
don't.
no, I was just like
I don't know
saying where
what's
it's
unique
located
about
in.
your state because I have I am not an American, so
Yeah, that's fair. But oh yeah, just saying like I remember growing up as a kid and like, oh we had to like here we had to learn the capital of each state, and it's like, no, I don't want to.
yeah.
Which then
Over here,
again,
we
even
didn't
as
even
an
have to
adult,
learn the capital of each country.
yeah, and God, just still thinking back about it, it's like I don't even remember half the half the capitals for the states anymore because it's like
They don't
I can
matter.
just look it up or hopefully someone else
Yeah,
knows if it's
it's not
relevant.
useful to commit that to rote memory.
Yeah, that said though, I remember on Tumblr years ago following someone who lived in Egypt who talked about how, Egypt has a continuous history of like about 6,000 years. So like you're basically like in like elementary school you start learning about Egyptian history, and then you keep going up until like uh, you know high school. Like the history lesson just keeps going on because there's so much history to keep track of that it's like it's just continuously like you have it almost feels like you had a class that just kept going from like you know youngest days in elementary towards your last day in high school, which is learning about Egyptian history, which
Yeah.
is absolutely bonkers to think about.
Whereas Scottish history has like 4 important events,
American history,
all of which are battles against the English.
we just
History
learn-
has horrible, horrible events that I don't want to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all of them. It's anything that was in it at all.
Know what about people inventing really tasty food dishes? Like
I mean,
That's good.
yeah, that is good.
also other arrow. Shout out to John Romero and the art team. The aesthetic on this level also slaps. Yeah, no, it does slap
Yeah.
hard.
Like, this as a level really works as like, this is the last non-boss level. Like, we know there's Icon of Sin following it, but this is okay, this is a big dumb set piece right at the start of the level. You can see, here's the exit, there's a bunch of enemies shooting at you, you're gonna have to work to get it. And then you're like weaving your way around to it, and it works really well as a like road to the final boss kind of thing. Like, this is the victory road.
Yeah.
Pokemon, but it's way more deadly.
What if Pokemon was hardcore?
That's just the Pokemon.
It's
mod.
Pokemon Special. That's the one where they like cut Pokemon in half and you see all the guts and everything, or
What?
nah, I'm exaggerating a bit for comic effect.
They,
That's
Okay.
the one where all of the Elite Four are super villains for some reason. They're all members of Team Rocket, but like they run the place.
God, that's so weird.
And it is just Pokemon but dark and edgy, because of course it is.
Yeah.
And it was one of the like first pieces of like Pokemon spin-off media, which makes it really funny. This wasn't like cashing in on a trend later. This was, nah, we're just doing this the right way. Shin Megami Tensei. Yeah. You can join us on Wednesdays for Shin Megami Tensei 4. Still streaming that.
getting close to the end. We're
Yeah.
pretty close to the end, actually. We're like at
We-
the endings. Path.
We saw
Yeah.
one ending. It sure was an ending. Oh
Sure
boy.
was.
The bad ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw
I
to
mean,
kill literally everyone on Earth despite God's plan ending. And it's like, let's go for a different one.
Yeah, I was about like you call it a bad ending, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure that there's several that you could probably call bad. But then again, the let's annihilate literally everything is probably the worst. Like,
Be
like
pretty bad.
that's like the annihilation ending, the very like depressive nihilist ending of like there's no more suffering because nothing exists
Nothing
anymore.
matters. Double thumbs up.
God. Which, oh no, I'm still thinking about it. Great. I'm still upset about Walter, of just like, he's the Chaos friend, and, the fact that, like, oh, we're seeing some horrible atrocities that shouldn't exist, and, like, the people, in charge of, like, order or whatever, want me to just ignore that. And, like, instead of his like, his characterization going, like, okay, I'm gonna get the power I need, like, I have faith in, like, my morals and my strength to, like, do this. Like, nope, I'm immediately gonna jump headfirst into I want to become basically I want to become the next tyrant and decide things by my might alone. And it's like,
Yeah. It's
like
like,
why?
dude, you're so close.
He was so close. Is the thing too, to being like, maybe we shouldn't have these like people who like claim to be so high above everyone else decide what is right and wrong, and then just immediately jumped into I want to become the next tyrant because, well, unfortunately SMT is sort of like that at times. Of like, that's sort of a common thing, so they just jump the gun. Oh. Oh, Walter. Oh, another, when SMT4 has a kill everything, nothing matters, it's a bad ending, and you should feel bad to do it. But when Nocturne has a kill everything, nothing matters ending, it's cool and edgy.
Yeah.
God. I never knew that, but yeah, it makes sense that such a thing would appear in multiple games, because, yeah, it definitely makes a statement.
No, bad art file. Stopping to revive a shotgunner right before your eyes, and you're like whacking over newspaper.
Love it. Other, I'm not a fan of the True Demon ending. No, I don't know what that is, but like if it's the like like absolute nihilistic, but like the person, if that's the one you're talking about, then yeah, I can see why.
Ah, thank God. Okay. I think the
Sorry.
True Demon ending is a bit different.
Okay. No, I remember watching a little bit of a stream of someone playing Nocturne, or the re-release, and it's like they're doing a puzzle that I think would make Johnny Blow blush, where it's like
Johnny
you're in a
Blow.
big room and like you have to activate switches. You have to navigate the switches to like reorder like the pathways and everything, but occasionally you'll be chased by like some like big enemy monster or something. I know there's something there, and like, oh, I think occasionally, like if like things, it can be reset over time or some nonsense, and it's like, wow, like I don't think even Johnny Blow would like think to put like something like this in a game.
That's a fun boss.
No, there's a fun boss associated with that.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I remember the person like playing it was just kind of stuck there for a bit, which, yeah, that seems fair.
It's not that bad.
I mean, it seems kind of fair at the time.
I should stream the game sometime. Not now, not soon. But
Yeah,
sometime.
unfortunately.
Yeah, not soon. it's fine to like break up like long running like you're streaming Shin Megami Tensei for what, months at this point?
Wow,
To
yeah.
break something else. Like even if it's okay, we're gonna do a couple of one-offs and then go right back into like a 400-hour role-playing game. I know, I'm exaggerating.
Can't wait to go through all of wizardry, or whatever. And also, other hero, it's totally different from the white ending. But honestly, I think just Edlord poisoning and not very satisfying. Also, later appearances of the Demi-Free imply he went true demon, but retconned the entire universe with destroyed aspect quietly, since, well, the universe still exists.
Well, the multiverse still exists.
Oh, the
there's a
multiverse.
Yeah. Oh my god, I almost forgot that SMT4. We did get Isekai to other universes. Of like,
Yeah.
yeah. That was the thing.
I mean, Nocturne was the one that established there's a multiverse.
Ah. Interesting. But,
Yeah, just
yeah.
link to post from Tumblr. One of the fun things for Wizardry 8 was that enemy numbers would scale with your level, so if you slowly walked back for an area near the start of the game where you fought 8 bandits, the game engine would instead die trying to render 60 bandits you have to painstakingly fight in turn-based combat.
Oh no. Oh no.
And it's like, that is some Oblivion level scaling.
Oh,
You know
no.
what?
But like, Oblivion doesn't just give you
I
more
very-
enemies.
I can't think right now in my mind a system of level scaling in an RPG that's ever been like fun or good. I can't think of one.
Yeah.
You know what?
I've actually found plenty of systems that don't do that at all quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't know.
I mean, I'm gonna bring up Baldur's Gate again.
Baldur's Gate is absolutely the one. There's a bit in Throne of Bal, like the
I'm
expansion pack,
thinking
like
the-
slash third
Yeah.
installment of the series,
Yeah.
where you
It's the
are attacked by an enemy army, and it's like here is like 50 dudes with like enchanted gear just rushing you down, and you're functionally immune to most of their attacks, like just by
Yeah, it's
default, because you've already got like
Yeah.
the like Bal like immunities just from the natural course of the storyline, so you're actually immune to +1 weapons. And they're just like going, oh god, we can't kill that thing. And it's like, you're just, like, even if you're soloing it, like, you will just annihilate them. And it's really funny, because at the start of the game, you can just be outright killed by single wolves. They will solo your
I was going
party.
to bring up the wolves.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean-
literally the first map after the tutorial area contains, at one point, if you explore enough far off the road, 2 dreadwolves who will
Yeah.
absolutely definitely kill you.
They're like level 2 or 3 or something, but you're level 1 and you will
You're
lose.
level 1 and you maybe have 1 party member at this point.
Yeah.
I mean,
There are-
in
You can have up
Baldur's
to
Gate,
3, but it's,
in Baldur's
go,
Gate
James.
1, you can die in the tutorial, especially if you start as a mage.
yeah. In Baldur's Gate 2, you can die in the opening cutscene if you're a mage. Like, Irenicus deals like a tiny amount of damage. He deals like 4 damage to you with his magic or something, really like some pittance of damage. But if you have the lowest constitution possible for a mage,
And then
then it's
you
possible,
could
like,
just
with
die.
your constitution, you can have like 10 hit points, you can die there. And the game just crashes.
because it doesn't know what to do.
It's like,
God.
you like this is like mage
Rest in
who
peace,
should be
David
kept
Warner.
in a this is like mage who should be kept in a hermetically sealed room level of constitution. Like, you would have to be going out of your way to do it, but the game just crashes because you just assume no one would be dumb enough to try.
But you have to assume that always.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, making these, so don't...
I ran into a weird bug in like the first open beta of Baldur's Gate 3, where I started the first non-tutorial section dead.
Huh.
I was just a corpse, and like it didn't do the reload menu or anything. I was just on the ground as a corpse.
Oh, this is
I know
creepypasta
what
stuff.
caused it. I managed to work it out, so I did tell them. It was because I was about to. My main character was on the floor, dying of death saves, because it's based on 5e.
Yeah?
And the party member I had with me was the one trying to finish the level. And because Baldur's Gate 3 is entirely turn-based, which I thought was a very bold and good move.
Yeah?
And my character was going to be in the initiative order after the party member. About to take my third, about to take another death save.
Yeah?
And the party member had to push a button to end the level. And they did. And then my turn happened during the cutscene. And I failed the death save and died while the game was in the cutscene and trying to transition to the next area.
Here I
So,
was thinking, because you
I
did
ended
your
up-
save
so-
second round.
And so, at the end of this cutscene where we crash this big ship and like fling out of it, it just cut to me on the ground dead. And that's just where it was.
Oh no.
Now look into the illusional pit.
God.
Wouldn't be a
Also-
Romero map without Cyber Demon.
Yep.
Honestly, I feel it's earned for this level. Like, sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Also,
this felt.
other arrow,
Again,
new
yes,
RPG,
it's reroll.
Kara corpse. And I already added that to the Isekai naming server character
Yeah.
class. Corpse. Just corpse, not even an undead.
Corpse.
Cool.
I feel like you're not elaborating, just saying corpse and just nothing else. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't say anything else. Cool.
It's the
No,
kind
I
naming
could've-
servers that we may have mentioned it in other chats before, but it's like there was a running gag in a couple of chats that I was in where it's, oh, there's all of these like anime based on light novels with absurdly long names. Like, I went to the other world and the demon lord was my bully from high school, like kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, we just started like riffing on them in a bunch of different servers, and then eventually it just became the containment server for this. And we've just got like, make up for ridiculous character classes or whatever. Make up your cheat item that you get, like, you can take a smartphone to the elf world or whatever. No, you're just gonna see Romero?
Yep.
There
Boss
he
is Romero's
is.
pet.
Yep.
Needed to be
Oh
done.
wait.
Yeah, you know, you need to get out.
Anyway, those spawn monsters, and if you're standing where the monsters spawn, you die. Even
Yep.
if
Even if
you
you're in
are
God
invulnerable.
mode.
Oh wow.
That happened to me when I was young.
God.
Yeah. So the icon of sin is final boss. This is a texture on the wall,
Yeah.
a misaligned texture on the wall, in
You
fact.
can see
Yep.
it.
See the like gap there. All it does is spawn an endless army of every monster other than the cyber demon or the spider mastermind.
Oh wow.
It can spawn art files.
Oh, it absolutely can. It has a low percentage chance of it that can happen.
Like your supposed to do is get on this platform, don't die.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's John Romero saying to win the game you must beat me, John Romero.
Yeah. They suggested
why he's
that as
back
a
there.
joke originally, and he went, "No, actually, that's so good to leave it in the game." But yeah, the only difference I think between the difficulty levels is that Revenant like is there by default. Otherwise, it's just like yeah, the different like it's not a higher percentage of monsters spawning or anything. It's
Nice, got two.
yeah,
Nice, nice, nice.
it's not a higher
Yeah,
percentage of monsters spawning or anything. It's just like any difference is like. In our version, for example, these are monsters who are very fast.
This is basically what playing Nightmare is like.
Yeah. Nightmare is, well, it's a joke difficulty.
You have people legitimately run?
Wow.
It's there. Therefore,
That's
that
there.
will happen.
No, I'm now just reminded of. Wait, I forget Daniel Raymer. I think that maybe is. Okay, I maybe forgot his name, but I know there's this one guy who makes like a whole bunch of freeware games, who has like joke difficulty as the hardest difficulty. Like several of his games called like Joey's Dad or something like that.
Yeah.
Or it's like
Yo, Joel's
It's so-
dad? Really, Joel's
yeah,
dad?
yeah, Joel's dad, yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think it is Joel's
Yeah.
dad, and it's just like always like impossibly hard on purpose, or it's like if you get to the I think there's a game called like Ichi, something.
Oh
EG,
yeah.
yeah,
EG,
where it's like
yeah.
you get to like the first. I think it ends at like the first level if you actually beat it. Like,
Ichi's a lot of fun. I really would recommend it. It's a castle. It's like a Metroidvania kind of thing. It's
It's...
yeah,
Oh, I didn't do that right. Okay.
yeah, time to go in the pit.
um, just looking at the chat, other RPGs are so cool, and Doom is so cool. They make a Doom RPG for mobile phone.
We did. That's a whole
Other
other thing.
I
Yeah.
haven't played that yet, but I do intend to.
Oh, right.
Because
Alright.
that's
Why is there
You don't
so
need
many
to go
for
back
it?
up to the top. You just need to push the pillar down.
Or something, or like an emulator. But
yeah.
yeah, another arrow. It's a misaligned.
Yeah,
even.
I should play it on a completely, definitely legal copy. It's absolutely, definitely legal.
Yeah. I love playing games in legal Oh, there's a cringe elemental.
Oh no. God,
Yeah,
you
we
hate
got the
to do that.
cringe elemental emote.
Oh,
Well,
Just
that wasn't
this
going
and
well.
voice chat.
I was entering in as you were talking about it.
Yeah.
Two cringe elementals.
They're just cringing at each other. So they hit the maximum amount of lost souls in the level, and that's all they can do.
Yeah.
They can't... Oh, the icon doesn't spawn the zombie enemies.
Thank God. Imagine if there were chain gunners here.
Sandy did design this level. I guess he didn't design the icon.
Alright, because yeah,
Yeah.
'cause the icon doesn't spawn zombies because they're not demons.
Ah, fuck.
Oh yeah, there is a pacifist run of this level which involves like waiting for dozens of art files to spawn and letting them like slam dunk your burning corpse into the icon of sin, killing it instantly.
That's only a task, though.
Yeah, it's tool assisted, so it doesn't count for the category. But it is
It is funny
just
that it could
barely
even
doable.
be done, even
Yeah.
if by Taz.
Congrats on Taz's Tasmanian Devil for coming up with such an amazing run idea.
Yeah.
Impressive. But yeah, I love Taz runs.
Shit.
Love what wild nonsense they can do.
Yeah.
And I love it when people
I do enjoy complete nonsense that happens in Taz's.
also love when like actual like human speedrunners find out how to do something like oh, this is Taz only, and then someone's like, wait, does it have to be?
Yeah,
Can
it's
it
like, is
be
there a way
what?
to pull that off out? And it's like, it can be like a, oh, wait, this does have implications for the actual speedrun.
Yeah. Like,
Oh no,
more
cringe
fuck!
elemental.
oh fuck.
Fuck
That is a
duck.
run ending pin elemental.
God. Oh no.
Oh. I'd say there's an invulnerability sphere somewhere. Oh no, that's only on the lowest difficulties.
I decided to check Twitter real quick, and I found out apparently, in 2011, not wanting legal trouble with the Red Cross, the Transformers Hall of Fame picture for Ratchet inverts the colors on his shoulders, making it look like Ratchet is now Swiss. Because he has like the Red Cross
Yeah.
logo on his shoulders. When the robot is now Swiss. Love it. God.
Dang it. Didn't quite break the unit there.
Yeah. How many shots did it take to,
Like 4.
Oh.
Ah, fuck! It blocks me.
Yep, infinitely tall demons blocked your way.
Oi.
Excuse me while I attempt to end the chat.
Yeah.
Sent to another world, but it's not actually different except for one guy I don't know.
God spoke to me and asked who I was, because I'm the only creature he doesn't remember creating. Yeah.
And I did it.
George, did you get interrupted?
I don't know. I don't know how I would know.
Oh, no. I think you might have been, because it sounded like you were beginning to say something and then just stopped.
I was just kind of incredulous that once again the demon prevented you from going by being infinitely tall.
Just infinitely tall boundary box.
Send another world. It's not different
Which is
than a
absolutely
giant
something
old
that should have come up in testing.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, then again, how much testing
Oh,
was
that's...
done?
Well, yes.
I forgot that, yes. Was it yet? No, that was a couple of days ago. I brought the word boobs to the fantasy world. Everyone's giggling over it non-stop. It's making it hard to host a council of elves to plot against Dark Queen, brackets, and her boobs.
I misheard you initially and thought you said doobs.
I did not say that. which would also be very funny, but like... Yeah.
Nice. I somehow didn't see that one, and I'm going to pin it just because it's making me giggle.
As in, yeah, it's making the elves giggle, it's a real problem.
Yeah.
Fuck. Fuck off.
Yeah, you needed to ice that spectre if it got too close.
Okay.
Jump down and get that
Oh,
dessert
fuck,
pack
God,
or whatever.
shit.
Oh no. The worst thing is you can't even like quick save on this level because it will just get you killed.
Yeah.
Like, you're just gonna load up and it's like, oh yeah, I didn't know there's a pain elemental that had already spawned. This run is already doomed.
Doomed?
Yeah.
Humor.
Humor. Yeah, doom humor. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Damn it, okay.
No, it's funny seeing this icon of sin after my first introduction to the icon of sin being Doom Eternal. Which then again, now I think about it, it kind of makes sense why that one was sort of a hot pass.
Good God.
Somehow, I don't know which one I would like. If I had to rank one as being worse, just watching it, I don't know which one that would be. Like, it just felt like the Eternal one had so much like HP, and like that one also had infinitely responding monsters, right?
Yeah.
So it's goddamn that
I
fucking.
mean, that's
oh
the
my
whole
God.
gimmick of the Icon of Sin, is it keeps spawning monsters.
Yeah.
It's the demon who, like, dreams all the other demons into being. It, like, thinks of demons and that creates them.
Interesting.
Kind of like how mental health problems work.
Oh no. But yeah, no, it's just I think I remember it feels like it's been a bit since seeing that Doom Eternal run, but I think I know one problem with the Icon of Sin in that was that it's like weak points, or like the parts of it you're supposed to hit could have like kind of finicky like hit boxes, just because it's like you have to hit its like arm or something, but it's like
Demon
it's doing
Lord's
an attack.
Demon Lord's hitbox is tiny. Kind of real
God.
problem.
Yeah, I think it's like the arms be out of the way or like something. Like there'd be a whole bunch of nonsense. Oh no. Hey, you hate to see hostiles just tank a rocket to the face as they're charging right into you. And yeah, I'm guessing there's some reason you can't just try to shoot rockets from back up there, right?
It has a tiny box.
Oh.
I'm guessing it's just you can't angle it unless
Yeah.
you're on that. So
But we went for the whole dolphin joke thing. This guy naming. That was a month ago now. Which is all like descendants of the MK Ultra Dolphin, which I think is like the first boss battle we had there.
Oh yeah, because of I think Psychonauts. We were playing through the first one, and
It's
somehow we
like
brought up
the
the
psychological
dolphin.
experiment where people lived with the dolphin in the flooded house. It's like, yeah, that was a weird discussion.
Yeah, I mean it's a weird thing, especially the fact that the United States government did that. They just did
Yeah,
that,
Yeah,
they just do that.
they just
and
do things.
like, they're like, hell, let's give LSD to soldiers to see if that gives them psychic powers or whatever. If we can brain control them, like that'd be cool. And it's like, why would he do that? Like,
Trying
nothing
to
about
aim
any
into the brain.
I mean, if it works, that'd be tight.
Yeah, because I mean, we're already not playing by the rules here. Like, you can just aim down a little bit from the top of the platform, James. We won't judge you.
The box is smaller than you think. The opening, that is.
Yeah, because I've seen it, like, sometimes it'll go through, and at later times I think it would go through, but it just hits. It seems to hit something. Can the BFG from, like, its orb or whatever even fit through the...
I've done it.
Oh!
Yeah. This is, can't do it in vanilla Doom because, like, you can't aim it.
Yeah. Hey, I forgot what this is running through,
Cheesy.
yeah, GZ Doom, so...
And that's only
Yeah.
because it's easy to run it.
Yeah. Shout out to GZ Doom
No.
for being so cool. No? You don't like it?
The creator's kind of a fuckhead.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh no. I didn't know
Shout
that.
out to the software itself.
Yeah, saw
Totally disconnected from any assholes who might be responsible
Shout
for
out
it.
to Hatsune
Oh, no.
Miku.
Hatsune Miku,
Hatsune Miku.
creator of GZ Doom.
Yeah.
Dude.
For God.
I
Oh,
mean,
no.
we already knew the Brutal Doom guy was, yeah.
Oh boy. That's a
Yeah,
discussion.
Brutal Doom is one of those things, like, I just don't get why people think it's so much better at some point. It's like, oh, you didn't even realize you're under attack there.
I mean, you're trying to under attack from every...
I mean, yeah, you're under attack.
from everything. God.
Iconosin just says get off my lawn.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm looking through some of the boss battles that we have in Isekai naming, and just, Cake Golem, Cake Boss, where Catholic, Mormon Hire. Three-way fight,
Unaware Catholic, I forgot about that one.
three-way fight between you, a Were Catholic, and a Mormon, and the Mormon Hire.
Yeah.
Genova's witness.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I don't like...
Fuck, oh god.
I don't like linking Isekai naming chat because it's like, listen, it's meant to be like a chill place of people I know from elsewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you need places like that
Yeah.
where it's just
Which is
You
why,
have
like,
some-
someone links it to one of their friends and they just join without even saying who they were. Like, who is this? Like, after they explained it, I went, oh, okay, and they turned out to be a perfectly fine person. It's just like,
yeah, but you
seeing
kind
someone
of
in
want
the
to
server,
know.
it's like, man, I don't know this person.
They set it to so that you're the only person who like can link it. Ah fuck.
No, it's like, if people go, oh, hang on, my friend would really love this place, I go, sure, okay, link them.
Yeah,
It's just like,
just asking
Yeah.
is polite.
it's fine. It turned out fine in the end, and it was just because I was being really paranoid at that time, because I sometimes am. Less so at the moment, but that's because I'm like I have no energy to be paranoid with. Like, I'm
To
taking
not be
like 5-hour
paranoid.
naps in the middle of the day right now.
Yep.
I'd absolutely love not being paranoid all the time. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I kind of jump between that and just not being able to do like half the things that I want to do. There's no energy. And like
Yeah.
apparently like some people just don't notice this and they think, oh, she's just the same all the time. It's like no. There's like a huge difference in like the amount of posting I do between them.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I did
Oh, nice.
41%, James, you need to go back and get 100%.
It is literally impossible.
It's not actually, the percentage just keeps going higher.
The horrendous fishes of the biggest demon you ever seen crumbles before you as you pump your rockets into its exposed brain. The monster shrivels up and dies, its thrashing limbs devastating untold miles of hell's surface. You've done it. The invasion is over. The Earth is safe. Hell is a wreck. You wonder where bad folks go when they die now. Wiping the sweat up from your forehead, you begin the long track back home. Rebuilding Earth ought to be a lot more fun than ruining it was.
Nice. Also, I love that there's
Very
like a
optimistic.
brief moment for just Doom guy thinking, "Oh, where are people? Like, you know, where will people go if they die? If hell doesn't, like hell's fucked up now? Like, I'm like, how does that work?
I mean, it's not like it
James,
doesn't
you're being
exist.
attacked by
It's
hit
just
scanners.
there's no demons in it.
I mean, the thrashing of the icon is described as like wrecking,
Heavy weapon,
like
dude.
miles, heavy weapons, wrecking hell. So like, yeah, I guess it technically still exists, but it's in shambles. Someone who is just like a terrible asshole just dies, and then they just wake up in wrecked hell, and there's just nothing there. Which I mean, I think that'd still be hellish, even if there's no more demons. Ah, there it is, the cringe elemental.
Yeah. Ugh. Is the arch file? Yes, James, destroy them all with your mind. Now, face the greatest challenge of all. Yourself. Oh, there's a zombie man again. So yeah, that was Doom 2. I don't know what we're like. We're continuing this stream with something else.
Probably not.
Or no master levels for Doom 2, huh? No
Oh, God,
Plutonium fast monsters with unlimited chin guns.
Oh no.
Yeah, James, I fully understand. If you want to end the stream now,
The
that's
Cloud
fine.
Team 64 is a new boss demon shows up and revives all the demons.
Oh, okay. As long as all the other
Demon
demons
around
get
that
out alive.
If you leave and you forfeit your body count.
Oh man, my body count.
Okay, I don't
Oh,
smack
man.
you for thinking about leaving. Please don't leave, there's more demons to toast. Just leave. When you come back, I'll be waiting with a bat.
Okay.
Okay, that's the same. Are you sure you want to quit this great game?
You'll never leave.
Want to quit? Then thou hast lost an eighth. That's an ultimate reference.
Yeah. Oh boy, Plutonia, fast monsters. No, little German boy, don't go into that room. Oh my god, there's full of chain gunners. I can't even do like a German chain gunners. Yeah.
Go ahead and leave, see if I care.
Okay.
Gunner chainins.
If I were your boss, I'd deathmatch you in a minute.
Ninjas? I can't even do a German accent, you know?
It's be it.
Yeah.
This is turning
It's
into a
not
bloodbath.
online.
Wow, that one's actually encouraging you to go.
Yeah.
Don't go now. There's a dimensional chamber waiting at the DOS prompt.
Oh god.
Nah, that's for Quake.
Yeah.
No, real quick. Alright, it seems to be repeating. But I guess real quick,
Yeah, it's on something. Yeah, Kitty.
on the
alright.
Isekai naming server for the boss battles, there's one time where I entered in like I misspelled something, so I meant to put a like stout or a
Stout.
stout. Yeah, a stout with human level sapience sentience, or yeah, human level sapient / sentient stout that knows how to wield a knife, and
Yeah.
apparently I wrote stout.
So the thing is, I'm reasonably certain that like what when you posted that, I was at a train station and I was going, no, this is stout, and like frantically looking up pictures of the drink
Yeah.
post in there, like using my phone data for that.
God, because I
Anyway,
posted a picture of a stout, or stout, and you posted a picture of the stout. And I'm like, oh.
yeah, this is stout. This is stout.
But yeah, thank you for enjoying this Doom 2 with fast monsters. Everyone.
Up next, Doom 2 with faster monsters.
Even faster.
Man, I had an idea of what I wanted to do after Doom 2, but now I don't remember.
James, this is your
Oh.
stream. You can just stream whatever you want, and we'll go, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but I hate when I forget ideas like that.
Which is why you put them in potential games to stream. Where is it? Yeah, we've got a channel for this. Anyone can post in it. I'm still shilling Your Turn to Die, the game that I will not shut up about. There's a bunch of other recommendations in there, though. There's
Doom 3 with fast monsters.
Doom 3, Fast Monsters, Metal Gear Rising.
do
Oh
have
yeah,
Metal
we
Gear
got Duke
Rising.
Nukem Forever. But
Oh,
like,
no.
hopefully when people patch it to be a bit better.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the 2001 version
Bunch of
of
Fallout ones, Half-Life mods.
Pokemon TCG Adventure.
Oh yeah, Pokemon TCG. Yeah, because there's the mod that lets you play as a girl. I mean, there's translation patches for Pokemon TCG too. Are we still streaming? It's not like
Yes.
Okay.
It's
yeah,
still
so
live.
it's talking
Other
here. It's
arrow,
like
your turn to die with fast monsters.
Your Turn to Die, Fast Monsters, huh?
Well, anyway.
This is me
Yeah.
writing fix.
Later.